So Paddy Pimblett has reacted to his loss to Justin Gaethje, and I have to say, there's a little bit of cope in here. Some things I agree with, but the cope is just kind of like it outweighs the things I agree with, because some of the shit he says is kind of silly. Also, wow, this guy's fat. This this guy's a lightweight. My God, I thought he wasn't going to do this anymore. I thought he wasn't going to keep ballooning up and fucking doing a crash diet to make weight. I thought he was taking it more seriously, man. Come on, Paddy, you look like shit, bro. Anyway, there is cope in here. We're going to react to it. I've got some timestamps, okay, just so we know where we're going with this shit. Some of it's kind of crazy, okay? Let's get straight into it. No messing about, boys.
I felt boss in fight camp, had a great weight cut, had no injuries for once, everything was going great and I felt boss, so I've got no excuses at all. Felt great going into the fight and let's watch it now and let's just see.
I like that, okay, confirms. No problems in camp, no injuries, okay, no excuses going into this reaction. You know, some people say when they have a loss, well, you know, my camp wasn't great. You know, I was going in with a broken hand and a broken foot and this and that. And Paddy's just like, yeah, I felt fine. I felt fine going into this fight, no issues. That's good. But some of the things you say in this reaction, Paddy, is kind of cringe, bro. Kind of crazy.
We planned on coming out southpaw and kicking from southpaw and switching, you know what I mean? But there straight away, I went orthodox straight away. Don't know why.
So like their game plan, right, was to strike with Justin Gaethje in southpaw. That was the game plan. Why not? Shouldn't the game plan have been to grapple? To grapple with Justin Gaethje? Okay, maybe try that. You know, lad, the plan was just to strike with him in southpaw. And then you abandon that straight away. And then so it's like you're not sticking to your game plan, even though it's a shit game plan anyway. Your game plan should have been grapple with Gaethje, get in the clinch, jump some triangles, you know, try some goofy jiu-jitsu shit. Stuff that you can't deal with. Not fucking strike with him on the feet. Paddy Pimblett, come on, bro. That's your first mistake.
With the southpaw, I've enjoyed throwing my backhand from southpaw now and then obviously my back kick. But I do switch a lot. I do it a lot when I spar. Yeah, that's what everyone gets on me about when I throw my jab. My right hand's not always up and I know that myself. Something I do need to work on.
So your jab is something that you need to work on, but your game plan was to strike with Gaethje in southpaw. You need to keep your right hand up. You need to keep your hands up when you jab. You know that that's an issue for you and that you need to practice more. So why going into a fight with a striker like Gaethje are you planning to strike with a striker like Gaethje? If you know that your jab's not even that good. The fundamental strike when it comes to boxing and like striking in general, that sets up everything. Your jab sets up all of your attacks, takedowns. That's the first punch that you always throw. And you know that it's not that good. And you're like, I'm just going to strike with him anyway. Bad game plan, in my opinion.
See, that right hand landed nice. And then there, see, Goddard warns him there already about his fingers. He's already had a warning.
One thing I will agree with Paddy on is the eye poking. The eye poking in this fight was insane. Okay, Gaethje needed to have at least 1 point taken from him because there was a warning and 2 eye pokes. We need to start taking points for eye pokes. Okay, all right. And if he's getting warned in the first round for his fingers, and then he eye pokes you, that should be a point. God, I didn't take a point. Then he eye poked him a second time, even worse than the first time. No point. Crazy from Mark Goddard. I don't know why he didn't take a point, but it is what it is, man. I do agree with him on the eye poke. That shit would have had an effect on his ability to fight. That's just a fact. All right. Would he have won the fight anyway? No, because his game plan was to strike with him. when his jab's not that good and he knows it, he knows his jab needs practice. Maybe the best place to practice something that you're not very good at isn't in a world championship fight. Just a hot take, Paddy. Maybe you need to practice it in the gym. And if it's not right, and if it's not good still, then you do something that you are good at. Grappling. Fucking doing your jab when you know that you're not good at it is kind of silly to me.
Before he's poked me. See there, he hit me with that body shot there, and he didn't even mean it. He threw an uppercut, but the body shot got me in the sternum. He didn't even mean it. So there, I couldn't get me. So,
he didn't fucking mean to do that, lad. He didn't even mean to fucking hit. He didn't fucking mean to hit me there, so it don't count. I know he's insane. I'm all like, he didn't even mean to do that. So, I'm like, did he do it? Yeah, cool. It doesn't matter if you meant to do it or not, Paddy. He hit you with it.
But the body shot got me in the sternum. He didn't even mean it. So there, I couldn't get me breath under me. Yeah, he was trying to press. That was definitely part of the game plan, pressure me, pushing up against the cage. No, I wasn't hurting. I was already where he hit me with that sternum shot. That had hurt me more than any of the punches. So when he got the knockdown, it wasn't like off the punch. It was like me sternum. I couldn't breathe. So like I thought, I'll sit down here. There was a look.
Did you hear that? This is what I'm talking about. What the fuck? He's like, no, I didn't even fucking hurt me, lad. I was just out of breath, so I thought I'd fucking sit down. Let's replay that again. That is the craziest thing I've heard a fighter say in a long time. He didn't hurt me. He winded me, so I thought I'd just sit down. What? No, you didn't. He knocked you down with a punch. You're playing the fight footage in the top corner. We can see what happened. You didn't just think, fuck this, mate. I'm just gonna fucking take a seat and just have a little rest, mate. Why would you put yourself in a compromising position and sit down?
With that sternum shot, that had hurt me more than any of the punches.
Like, that's the shot that knocks you down. That uppercut, when you're bending down, it's the uppercut that clocks you. That knocks you back. All right, this isn't you thinking I'm just going to sit down, mate. I'm just going to fucking sit down. What a shit. What a dumb thing to say.
I was already where he hit me with that sternum shot. That had hurt me more than any of the punches. So when he got the knockdown, it wasn't like off the punch. It was like me sternum. I couldn't breathe. So like I thought, I'll sit down here. There was a look.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. A fighter gets knocked down and he just goes, nah, lad, I just chose to sit down, didn't I? Like, that's like almost like a joke. Like someone would say it is a joke, but he's being deadly serious. I thought I'd sit down. He didn't knock me down. I just sat. Oh, my God.
Lovely sternum shot. If he would have meant it, it would have been heavy, but he never even meant it. But there, I was just letting him push me against the cage too much, lad. Knee and left hook. Nice uppercut landed. Now I'm watching this round back. I'm getting the better of the striking exchanges. He's just literally, I went down at that one point, and I think it's got called a knockdown. That body kick landed.
I think it's got called a knockdown. Well, yeah, because he knocked you down. I think he got called a knockdown. We saw him punch you and you fall backward. Oh, no, wait. Oh, no, wait. Oh, I got it wrong. Paddy chose to sit down. He's really saying, lad, why has he got classed as a fucking knockdown? I fucking chose to sit down. Did they not fucking know that? I chose to sit down, lad. I wasn't even hurt. I just fucking thought, I'm fucking winded here, lad. I'm going to take a seat and just rest for a minute. It wasn't even a knockdown. He got called a knockdown. Oh, yeah, no shit. And you didn't win rounds 1. I thought you won rounds 3 and 5. You didn't win round 1. You got dropped and you didn't get the better of him on the feet, I don't think. And he landed the more damaging shots. And you just chose to sit down, which was your mistake, I guess. He chose to sit down. It's crazy.
As well. Yeah, he hit me with a nice left hook there. Oh, nice uppercut. It's the first type hook where he's already been warned about it, so I feel like he should have got a fucking point taken right away. Yeah, it wasn't.
I agree. I think he should have got a point taken away. Warned once. I thought we were cracking down on eye pokes. We're clearly not. As Dana White says, who gives a shit? Clearly not the fucking refs. I thought we were cracking down on this stuff now. But Mark Goddard gives him a warning. Eye poke number 1, no point. He pokes him again in the eye later on. No point taken away for that one either. All right, and I think this first one was the bad one, and then it's the second one where he pokes him with the thumb and then drops him. He should have taken at least 2 points away, in my opinion, 2 points. But to sit here and say that you weren't hurt, you didn't get knocked down, you just wanted to take a seat, I just chose to sit down, is the dumbest thing a fighter has said in a long time. And I've seen Andrew Tate cope and say it was God's plan to make him gas out inside 2 rounds. I think you saying that you chose to sit down in a fight is dumber than Andrew Tate saying that God made him gas out inside 2 rounds or 2 minutes, whatever it was. I think that's a dumber take, in my opinion. Anyway, we'll carry on.
But I was picking him apart, really. Didn't hit me with that much. First round, after that on the stool, I feel good. He there where he lands this uppercut. It's a nice uppercut, like, don't get me wrong, but I was already feeling that sternum shot, I'm not going to lie.
Well, yeah, because you were just choosing to sit down, right? Well, saying you were piecing him up. You weren't piecing him up, Paddy. You just weren't. And I like you. I do like you, Paddy. All right, I do like you. I'm from the UK. I'm gonna back you, bro. But I have to call out. I have to call out a bit of the cope and delusion. All right, you weren't piecing him up, and you didn't just choose to sit down.
The eye. This round's still up for grabs. This is what pissed me off. If this gets stopped with the eye poke here, right in me eye, and this wins him the round, lad, the ground and pound here, and this is what put all the damage on me face, lad. He cuts me with an elbow. That's what puts all the damage on me, you see.
See, that's the thing as well, right? This eye poke, right? This eye poke right here.
Yeah, right in me eye, and this wins him the round, lad.
They had the replay. And still no point. Still no point. And I do believe Paddy in this round would not have got, knocked down if he didn't get eye poked, all right? Because he's there, as soon as he gets eye poked, he's like this with his eyes shut, and then Gaethje lands the big shot to drop him. I do believe if that eye poke didn't happen, he would have stayed on his feet. Maybe would he have won that round? Who knows? I mean, we don't know that, but even if he didn't win that round, that should have been a point. That round should have been a draw.
Arm was still up for grabs with 40 seconds to go on it, lad. And he poked me in the eye and then dropped me.
Yeah, and then both his eyes shut, and then bink right on the head. He can't see it coming. He's focused on the eye. All right, and then
the next
that's when
punch
he dropped.
He threw after eye poking me, dropped me. When he takes this off my eye, I've just seen how red my eye was, lad. Look how red my eye is compared to the other eye. That's just off.
That's insane. Look at that, bro. Can you see that on my screen? Look at his right eye. That is ridiculous. You can't even see his fucking iris and his pupil. I do think it ultimately comes back down to the game plan, in my opinion, for Paddy Pimblett. Just coping about the eye pokes, which it is a valid criticism. The eye pokes are valid, but he's clinging on to them too much. He's coping about the loss on the eye pokes. Like if he didn't do the eye pokes, he would have won the fight. And I don't think that's true.
That knee to the body hit him. See, that never hit him low. Lad. That's experience, that. And can't believe, lad, this done me head in. I remember turning to Trevor Whitman and going like that. And being like, that never hit. I said to him, that never hit him low.
It did though, didn't it? That definitely moved the cup. I'm telling you. Why are you trying to do a flying knee at that range? And you know what's funny? Paddy kind of shows himself to be a little bit of a hypocrite later on, but this was low, Paddy. Maybe not super low, not like square on the balls, but it was low. It was slightly low, and you can't sit here and say that it wasn't, because it was. I mean, look, we can see it. We can see it's low. You know? And if we were talking about fouls, Paddy, you should have also got a point taken off for this one. You know, going for a flying knee up close like that. This is the cope I'm talking about. He can't accept his fouls, but he criticises Gaethje for his fouls. It's kind of wild, but
Knew I was piecing him up a bit, and he knew he would have been better getting a little breather there, and he did it. Lad, look how much.
I mean, look, yes, you were winning the third round, but I don't think he was going to take a breather just because you were winning the third round. I don't think it's a tactic. I think you just hit him low. Slightly low. Not like super low. I'm not saying it was like square on the balls or anything like that. Like Cyril Gane style on John Jones, but it was low, man. It was low. Just own up to it. Like, yeah, lad, that was a bit low, Bit fucking low. Maybe move the cup a little bit, you know what I mean, lad? My bad. But, oh well.
Feel good, let's fight. But as I said before, even if you do give him the second round, if you take a point off of that eye poke, it's a draw going into this round. It's basically a round each with a point deduction. See?
I agree. I agree with this point too.
He's 6 or something, even though some amount to the body. I should have shot more, you know what I mean? But I knew I could stand with him and nap people.
No, you couldn't. No, you couldn't, because you lost the fight on the feet. And did you get knocked out? No. Did you get dropped multiple times? Yes. Well, was one of them with an eye poke? Yes. Well, you can't stand. You can't match him on the feet. You did in rounds 3 and 5, granted, but in a 5-rounder against Gaethje on the feet. All right, no, and he says there, maybe I should have shot some more takedowns. Yeah, you think so? You said right at the start, you know that your jab's not great and you need to work on it. Maybe I should have shot more takedowns then. All right, well, you think so, Paddy? You think you should have shot more takedowns when you're primarily a grappler, not a striker, and you're going in to fight a striker who doesn't really grapple? You think you should have shot more takedowns against a striker and not strike with him for 5 rounds? Genius. I'm glad you realised that after the fight. Dum. And listen to this take.
Some amount to the body. I should have shot more, you know what I mean? But I knew I could stand with him. And that people were calling that a knockdown. That's not a knockdown. He caught me leg and threw a punch. It was off balance.
And then I got knocked down. How is that not a knockdown? He punched you. You got knocked down. All right, that's a knockdown. Is that not a knockdown? Someone tell me. Is that not classed as a knockdown? He punched you and you got knocked down. It's a knockdown. He didn't fucking knock me down, lad. He just caught me leg, punched me, and then I fell over. I fell over because he punched me. It's not a fucking knockdown, is it? Oh, yeah. It's probably what a knockdown is, definitionally, actually, Paddy.
Some amount to the body. I should have shot more, you know what I mean? But I knew I could stand with him. And that people were calling that a knockdown. That's not a knockdown. He caught me leg and threw a punch. It was off balance. He come into it more than the 4. I think it's where he knew I'd won the 3rd.
That's such a silly. That's another bit of cope there. It's like, I just fucking chose to sit down. I just chose to sit down. Notice how none of the knockdowns, all right, none of the knockdowns are actually knockdowns. The first one, he just chose to sit down. The second one, all right, I actually give him credit for that. He got his eyes poked out. And the third one, it wasn't a knockdown, guys. He just punched him whilst he was off balance. So really, Gaethje got 0 knockdowns in this fight, if we're going off Paddy's logic. Which is kind of silly, in my opinion. I mean, it's clearly a knockdown, Paddy. He punched you, and you fell over.
His experience in 5-round fights defo played dividends, and he's coming into this 4th it did anyway, because I won the 3rd quite easily. But lad, it's mad because he never hurt me. The most I was hurt was at the end of the 2nd round, and that was off getting poked in the eye.
You literally said it earlier that you had to take a seat because he fucking knocked the wind out of you. He never fucking hurt me, lad. I just sat down for no reason then. He never hurt you outside of until round 2 with the eye poke. But in round 1, you decided that you had to take a seat and sit down. If you weren't hurt, then why are you sitting down for? You know?
Never had to prove to myself how tough I am. I've always said that no one's knocking me out because they're not. She's just knee me in the balls.
I mean, if that's a nut shot, yours is a nut shot too.
How tough I am. I've always said that no one's knocking me out.
If that's a nut shot, then yours is a nut shot too. That is in the exact same place. That's on the belt line, lad. That's on the fucking belt line. On the fucking belt line, lad. Well, that's the exact same spot you need Gaethje in, Paddy. Same spot. So if that's a knee to the groin, yours is a knee to the groin too. All right, exact same spots. And I do think that this was a low blow, but I also think yours was too. Same area.
I don't know. She's just knee me in the balls. Like, what the fuck? Lad, watching this back is so annoying, lad. Just knee me low, lad. And then landed shots because of it, lad. And no one... Knee me right in the balls. That's a ball shot. And then...
So was yours. So was yours, Paddy, lad. Like, so was fucking yours, mate. But I get what you mean, though. Like, he got a break. You didn't get a break. It's not fair. That should have been another point maybe taken from Justin Gaethje. I think if you take away all the fouls, this fight could have been scored a draw legitimately. If you're taking away points for every single foul that was committed, including Paddy's, you could be looking at a draw. Oh, I genuinely could be looking at a draw.
And Rogan saying that's belt line. Well, if that's belt line, I wasn't fucking the one I hit Gaethje with before belt line.
It was the exact same spot, man. And I do agree, Rogan, you know, he's saying that it's belt line when it shouldn't be belt line. I agree with you, Paddy, but you're saying yours was belt line and Justin's wasn't. They're both in the same spot, so you can't have it both ways.
Ah, lad. Watching it back, lad, just infuriates you, to be honest. I didn't get the benefit Gaethje did when I got it right on the cup and I hit him on the belt line. I didn't touch his cup with that knee. See, it's points like that where I probably should have shot in. Probably should have shot in right away there, but I didn't.
Why didn't you shoot, Paddy? You're a grappler. You're not a striker. Well, wow, big whoop. You were able to strike with Tony Ferguson and fucking Jordan Levitt and shit fucking people like that. You lost to Jared Gordon on the feet. Why are you striking against Justin Gaethje? And we'll get to Jared Gordon because he mentions him. Little Freudian slip from Paddy Pimblett here when he mentions Jared Gordon. But anyway, it's one of them.
Definitely. But there, see, I'm putting it on him there, and he's clinching up with me. And look, he's clinching up with me, lad. For me here, I've won this round. I don't understand how two judges scored round 5 for him, lad.
I don't know either. I think you clearly won round 5. I don't know how I don't know how two judges scored it for him either. I just don't. Rounds 3 and 5, clear Paddy rounds in my opinion. 3-2 Gaethje. If you're gonna take away the points, it's a draw, really. It is. Let's be honest. But I don't think the fouls, if you take the fouls out and it was a clean fight, I don't think the result changes, you know?
I've outstruck him in it. There, I hit him with... He tries to call another ball shot when it's not. He wins when I hit him with a body shot. That's my round.
That one was a body shot. I mean, you can clearly see where it lands. You can clearly see where that one lands. That one is to the body. The other one wasn't, though. All right, the other one wasn't.
See there, lad, I hit him with that knee to the body. Just like I hit him in the exact same place I did in the 3rd round, but that...
You didn't. That one was higher, clearly. That was like his rib cage.
That one never got called, and I went at him and put it on him. For me there, I win 3 and 5. If he got a point off like he should have, lad, that's a draw. So yeah, as I say, I don't want to sound bitter, lad, and you can't cry over spilt milk, but I feel a bit... I know how Jared Gordon felt, put it that way. And
what? Did Paddy just admit that Jared Gordon got robbed? Did Paddy just admit that he robbed Jared Gordon?
lad, and you can't cry over spilt milk, but I feel a bit... I know how Jared Gordon felt, put it that way. And
I thought you won that fight, Paddy. Now you're saying that you should have, that you shouldn't have lost this fight, and now you know how Jared Gordon feels. Very interesting comment from you there, Paddy Pimblett. It's almost like you're admitting that you didn't win that fight against Jared Gordon. That's kind of a bit of a slip. Bit of a slip up there to admit that. But anyway. But this next part is pretty cool. It's a good way to look at it. It's a good way to look at a loss, this next part.
one of them. I still had a great scrap, and something what Paul said to me after it made me feel much better as well. He said, when you make a film about your life, well, when you make a movie about your life for all the Americans watching, it would have been shit if you would have just won the belt straight away, wouldn't it, Pad? Like in every good film, every good sports film, you don't ever just win every fight. You know what I mean? You've got to lose and come back from it. And that's what this fight is for me. You know, I've had to lose one to come back stronger, and that's what's going to happen.
What a great way to look at it. I like that. You know, in a film like Rocky doesn't win every single fight. Rocky loses some, loses the big fight every now and again. It's the underdog story. And his coach is right, man. If it's gonna make for a great story, if you come back and actually win a belt, their victory's gonna be even sweeter. It's gonna be a great comeback story. I like it. This is the bit though I think that's a little bit hypocritical.
To be honest with you all, it's pissed me off that Saint Denis moved above me for beating that bum Dan Hooker. You know what I mean? Why Saint Denis moved above me for beating the bum Dan Hooker, who's fucking shit? But what?
Oh, this coming from the guy who beat Michael Chandler and got artificially moved up to ranked number 5. You beat the bum Michael Chandler and you got put in the top 5. And here you are complaining about Benoit Saint-Denis getting placed above you for beating Dan Hooker. I mean, it's the same thing that happened to you. But you beat Michael Chandler. Like, the self-awareness of this guy is non-existent, it seems like. What the fuck, mate? Benoit's just been moved up for beating someone fucking shit. Like, yeah. So did you, Paddy. Have you seen your resume? It's shit. How did you ever get moved into the top 5? I'll never know. Your resume's god-awful. You got the same sort of treatment, all right? You did. So let's not, what's that saying? Don't throw stones in glass houses and shit like that. Let's just not let's not get into that, okay? Says Mr. Privilege over here. Paddy the Privileged, all right?
What's going on there? I'll fight anyone, as you know. Whatever name gets sent to me on a contract, I sign it and I fight them. But Saint Denis sounds like a good fight to me. Europe's 2 best lightweights going at it against each other. Or I won't get the winner, but the loser of Max Charles. Fuck, I'll fight Arman if you just want me to. I don't give a fuck. I'll fight anyone, but
I'm sure you would fight Arman because he's ranked number 1 contender. I like the BSD fight. I said after BSD beat Dan Hooker, all right, and even after Paddy lost to Gaethje, I said BSD. And you know what? I think Paddy beats BSD. I really think that he beats him. I think he's got a great chance of beating Benoit Saint-Denis here. I think it's a winnable fight, especially after what Dan Hooker did to him on the feet in the first round. Dan Hooker looked good on the feet. I think Paddy's a better striker than Benoit. He's got better jiu-jitsu than Benoit. All right, Benoit's a better wrestler. But I feel like if Benoit gets Paddy down, Paddy's going to be able to survive on the ground, all right, with his jiu-jitsu skills. And I think he's going to be able to piece Benoit up on the feet a little bit. I think Paddy wins that fight against Benoit, but that's about it, to be honest with you. Just a bit of a cope session, all right? Some of the shit I agree with. I agree with the eye poke stuff, all right? I really do. But it's the things like I just took a seat. I just sat down. That wasn't a knockdown. He just punched me and I fell off balance. He didn't even mean to throw that shot into my sternum. What else was there? What else was he fucking saying? How he was piecing him up in the first round and this and that, and it's like, no, you weren't, Paddy. No, you weren't. You weren't, bro. You won rounds 3 and 5. I'll give you that, alright? And I give you the eye poke thing, but let's not sit and start talking about these knockdowns don't count because he didn't knock you down. You chose to sit down, and he didn't knock you down because you were off balance. And fucking, the fouls as well. You need him on the belt line, but Gaethje's was a low blow. It was in the exact same spot. You both need each other in the exact same spot, but his is a low blow and yours isn't a low blow. Just take it. Just take responsibility. All right, own up to your own fouls. And the whole game plan of fucking going out in southpaw and striking with him. When you're a grappler, he's a striker. All right, his grappling's not that good. Yes, he's got good scrambles, but if you can get him down, come on, bro. Like, you're going out to strike with Justin Gaethje for 5 rounds when you even said that your jab's not that good. A basic strike, and yours isn't that good, and you're going out there saying that you're going to strike with Justin Gaethje. I think that's silly. Let me know what you guys think. Like and subscribe. My links are down below. Become a member. Join the Discord. And until next time, I'll see you in a bit.